Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play series where we're playing Oxygen Not Included. This is episode 10, and today we're going to go ahead and outline the achievements that we want to accomplish in this episode. So the achievements that I want to accomplish today are going to be the space race, which is going to be pretty easy. We just have to launch a rocket. We're going to do that here in just a little bit. We're also going to take care of this finely tuned machine here pretty soon. We're already at 88 of 100. And another one that we're going to be able to take care of pretty easy is going to be pulling back the veil. As you can see here, we're at 79.75%. And so we just need to uncover just a little bit more of the asteroid. Another one I think we can probably take care of today is going to be soft launch, which just requires us to build a launch pad on a new world. I also have a strategy for that, so we'll get to that here in just a few minutes. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take care of the ones we can do fairly quick. We can do pulling back the veil, and to do that, what we'll do is we will come down here and do a little bit of digging, just like this. And there's the achievement. Pulling back the veil, so one down. Now that we have our super sustainable achievement, we can build coal generators. Start using all this lovely coal that we have. I'm going to get rid of those. Oh yeah, and another thing I want to do is we've been just dumping this water over here into this little kind of makeshift reservoir here. However, I don't want to do that. I'd like to set up some type of closed loop system for this refinery. And what I think we'll do is we'll use this other side of our aqua tuner setup here to keep it cool. I have a couple ideas on how I want to do that. I'll use a couple of reservoirs and we'll kind of loop it through. We'll get to that in a minute as well, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and get these coal generators down. So we're going to put two of these bad boys in here. And the cool thing is that this thing is just in range to where it can fill this one. And we'll also want to go ahead and connect this because we don't want it just running all the time, you know? So what I'll do, just to kind of keep things pretty here, is do this. And then we'll get rid of that one. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yep, that should work. Go up here and check out our rockets. I think these guys are ready to go. I think what we can do is we can go ahead and let's see who our pilot is. Did we set a pilot? Change crew. ONI's gonna be our pilot because she's amazing. And do the interior here. We haven't set up the interior. Okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and set up the interior here. So what I like to do, I like to set up a little something like this. We'll go ahead and put the furniture in first. The ladder bed here. Then we'll also do two tiles right here. Do two plastic tiles. Oh, okay, yeah. And then we'll do the bathroom. We have the wall toilet, which we'll put right there. I don't think we're gonna need this just for this short little trip, but we're gonna go ahead and put it in here because we're gonna use this rocket later. We can always change the rocket configuration later on. The next thing I want to do is come over here and grab this. And I have kind of the way I like to set this up. I like to start off with some bridges, one here and one here, and then we will go ahead and pipe this in. I try to fill up every one of these spaces with a pipe, and I think you can see where this is going. Boom. So this will all fill up with oxygen packets, and it'll be plenty of oxygen for our dupe. Even though they're going to be wearing their spacesuit, if they run out of oxygen in the spacesuit while they're out, this will keep them from suffocating. The other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to pipe in the toilet. So the way we'll do that is this is the output, and I like to do this right here. I don't take up every tile, but take up most of the tiles. Just like that. And I'll put this, and I'll also put a little fridge up in here as well. We're not going to hook the fridge to power, and we'll just kind of let that go for now. And then this one is going to be changed over later to be a research vessel, so we'll need some space up here for that later on. However, in the meantime, we'll pretty much set it up like the other one. However, later on, we'll be putting one of these up here. And so we'll just kind of leave this as is for now. Actually, we'll go to rocketry. I want to put one of these here. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and do the same thing here. We'll put our vent in. Go ahead and set this up like we did the last one, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do our pipes. And then that's what we have here. It's gonna be at the bottom left. So we'll just go ahead and add a wire here for this, because we'll be doing that later. And in the meantime, we will add ourselves a refrigerator. Okay, we're gonna put just a little bit of our nutrient bars. We're gonna go ahead and change the name of these as well. I like to change the names to Rover 1, and we'll do this one to Trailblazer 1. That way we kind of know what's going on here. Look at our gases. See, now we got all this full, and we should have this thing full of oxygen, just like so. So very nice. All right, so while we're finishing up this, let's go ahead back to our planet. The next thing I want to take care of is I want to address an issue that I may have not done such a great job of addressing, and that is to fill these cooling loops. In the last episode, I just said, hey, let's leave 2 empty and do it that way, but you can see we have some gaps in this, and that's a little bit inefficient. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bridge on to some of these and fix that real quick. And I also want to fix this because I think this is a little bit inefficient. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to deconstruct this. I'm going to leave this the way it is, but I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to disconnect that. That's unnecessary. That's going to be unnecessary. And what we're going to do here is we're going to connect that, and then I'm going to connect this. Just like that. And I think that's a much better setup for this because it should keep this from transferring heat, that bridge. And also it kind of simplifies the setup here. Oh, and while we're here, we'll go ahead and fix some of what we have going on here like this. So what we'll do is we'll do this, and then we will pipe in some of this water here like that. And we're going to do the same thing here. And what this will do is the bridge will fill the pipe, but it won't let it overfill. Because when you bridge onto a pipe, the pipe is the priority, if that makes any sense. We'll just change that for now. And now you can see that we've filled this up perfectly. I'm going to deconstruct this. I think we have this perfectly filled up, but we'll let it run for just a couple more minutes just to make sure that we got all of the air out of the system, if you will. That system is perfectly filled now. And then now we can set this back to -6 degrees. All right, so this one's complete as well. So we can go ahead and deconstruct this as well. Now the next thing I want to do, work on a system for our metal refinery here. I'm going to make a closed system for that, and you'll see here in a minute what I mean by that. The water coming out of here is going to be pretty warm, and we're going to ship that, we're going to pipe that over to here. It's going to come into this reservoir. This is going to be the hot water reservoir. Once it's in here, it's going to come out of this, and it's going to bridge on to our loop here. I'm gonna put regular pipe there and there. It's gonna come through here. It's gonna be chilled somewhat. It's gonna come out of this pipe, and here we're going to change this to insulated. This insulated pipe is gonna come to there. It's gonna hit this bridge, and it's gonna keep circulating. Now we're gonna put a liquid pipe thermosensor right here, and it's going to check the temperature. And if the temperature is cool enough, we're going to pass it through this valve, and we're going to put it into this tank. This tank is going to store our chilled water, and when it's needed, it's going to send it back to our metal refiner, just like so. And we'll connect that like that. And we're going to let that go ahead and build. You know what? We do need to add one more thing while we're at it. This water is going to need to bridge into this system somehow. And the best way to do that is to just simply bridge it on right here. And what this will do is it will only allow this to bridge on when there's no water coming out of this. So what it's going to let us do is fill this up a little bit. Now this loop, it's not as effective as if you just ran it through a thermal aqua tuner, but we don't want to set up another aqua tuner, and we already have this right here, so why not put it to good use? We'll let them build this for now, and we can get rid of this liquid vent. We have that going on. Let's check on our rockets again. It appears that we're ready on this one. And we're ready on this one. So I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to come out here, and we are going to change our destination. Where are we at? Oh, actually, you know what? We need to get our telescope out. Let's see here. Telescope. Let's see what we got. Telescope out here. Get it hooked up. Oh, we didn't even add our automation circuit here. So this is set to 24 degrees, and we're not trying to get it all the way down to that. I think as long as it's below, let's say 30 degrees, we'll send it into here. And there it goes. So this water's going to come in here. As you can see, it's coming out at 15 degrees right now. So this water is just going to pass on through, and it's going to come into here. It's going to activate this. Oh, actually, you know what? We forgot to hook up power, didn't we? Okay. We did. So the question is, what's the easiest way to add power to this? We'll just do this. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. We close this up prematurely. It's coming in at 15 degrees. It's going to let this come through. It's going to come out here. It's going to fill this up. If it backs up, if the cold water backs up, it's going to stay in here. And if the hot water, if this isn't cooling it down quick enough, whatever's left over, as you can see, will be backed up into here. Now, since this water is going to be warm, I'm going to close this off. This I'm not so much worried about because 30 degrees is pretty much our ambient, it's above our ambient temperature actually. So I might close this off as well. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so I think that we're ready to send somebody to another planet. Okay, so we can go ahead and change the destination on this one here, and we'll go ahead and begin launch sequence. All right, here we go. And there is our space race achievement. Why are you not able to use the toilet? We never, okay. Oops, we never put water to it, did we? Okay, well, you're just gonna be making a mess for now. Sorry, it happens, it happens. We need to pipe in some water, which is what I totally forgot to do here. That'll work. And we also need to grab the electrical, like that. That should work. We'll let them finish that up. Let's go ahead and go to our vehicle here. Let's deploy the rover. So let's deploy the rover over here. Right here. So our rover has a certain amount of battery and it ticks down whether he's doing something or not. So we're on the clock now. Let's go ahead and get him to work. And I think the way we'll get him to work is we will just have him dig right in here. There we go. All right, that should keep him busy for a couple of minutes here. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to send you home. Yeah, I know. Sorry. All right, let's go back to our planet here. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to want to work on our soft launch. And the way we're going to do that is we are going to remove our rover module and we are going to add a trailblazer module as soon as that one's gone, of course. What we're going to do is we're going to land 2 of these. We'll go ahead and rename this now. Trailblazer 1 and Trailblazer 2. And what we'll do is we'll send 2 of these over at one time. And then when you land these Trailblazer module or the Trailblazer units, you can deconstruct them and then turn them into a platform. And then you can land your rockets on them. So that's what we'll do. We'll send 2 of our duplicates over. Let's change the crew here. Who else do we have that's a pilot? Otto, you're going to be a pilot. Then we're going to go ahead and change our destination. What else do we need to take over there with us? Let's go ahead and take a look. What else could we use over here? So we have a dupe over here. We're probably going to want to take some... Oh, we're going to need oxygen. We're going to need food. We're going to need algae. That's probably... Yeah, that's going to be a good thing. Let's go ahead and put some algae in here. Do algae. And we'll do that at a priority of 6. Let's go ahead and begin launch sequence on both of these. All right, and so now we're going to build ourselves a rocket platform right there. And there we go. Soft launch. All right, so it looks like we have pulling back the veil, space race, soft launch. We should be getting close to finely tuned. Yep, that's going to happen here in just a second. So we have for, oh, we got a little bit of oxygen here. Finely tuned machine. Okay, so we can turn all that off. Okay, you should have enough to live off of for a little bit. You're not very happy right now. You'll be okay though. Let's look at what your stress reaction is. What is it? You're a vomiter? Okay, well that's probably not the best thing in the world, but we're gonna sort you out. So let's see what we can do here. Morale +1. Morale +1. Let's go ahead and set you to auto right here. We have a Great Hall now. That's awesome. We're gonna disable that building. So your morale should be going up. Okay, your stress is going down. Very good. Very nice, Auto. Glad we got you to the positive morale here. All right, I think that's a good place to end it. We have set up our colony over here. We've got a bunch of achievements done. We'll get over to Mukazon in the next episode. So that'll be it today. Thanks guys for watching and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, friends, later.